Now, I did not say this the last 2 games, I forgot. This is a technical alpha, everybody. This game is still in the early stages of development. You can see it change a lot over the few months. This is not the wanted observer interface. You know, we're doing the countdown thing because we're both having to individually open the replay. The game could crash. It's been doing very well the last few days, so, you know, there's no serious crash. But just keep in mind that it is an alpha and things can happen at any time. But let's go ahead and introduce the teams. On the left side, we have Wildfire, ESV Wildfire, Bims on Stitches, Icona on Malfurion, Pickles on Tassar, Wargreymon on Raynor, and Poom on Tyrael. For Glorious Gaming, we have ZP on Diablo, Supra on Kerrigan, Syracuse on Vala, Cthulhu Luck on Tychus, and Soma on Brightwing.
Really comfortable heroes all the way across the board for Glorious Gaming. Those are maybe not their favorite heroes all the way across. They'd rather have like an Arthas or something for ZP. But that's a lineup that they run a lot, that exact lineup, and they're very comfortable with. And it's a lot of strong heroes. It really feels like Glorious won the draft.
Yeah.
And
go ahead.
The one downside for them is that, again, it is Haunted Mines. It's harder for the Kerrigan and Diablo to roam. Because if you have like a long 3-minute map like Garden or Dragonshire or something, it's absolutely guaranteed that Kerrigan and Diablo will get kills early on.
Well, Soma was hooked there, and then immediately Glorious reacted, going in to protect him. Pickles is getting kind of low here, so is Bims. The knockdown didn't actually throw him back. Interesting stun there to delay that, and no team gets a kill. If we're looking at HP, Glorious did come out on top.
Yeah, Wildfire needs to be really, really careful about trying to engage like that, because one thing Kerrigan still does do really well here is counter-engage. Everyone clumps up to try and get a kill, she jumps in, gets a 3-man stun, and then all of a sudden, life is really, really bad for you.
We do see that both teams are on the top side of the map. We got Vala and Tyrael bottom, just kind of, you know, soaking experience, going to try and maybe push the lane here and there. You can notice that Syracuse is being kind of patient, not wanting to push too hard, doesn't want to, you know. Tyrael's got great escape. Vala has pretty okay escape, but if she somehow does get caught, you know, she's just being as safe, or Syracuse is just being as safe as possible bottom lane, not overextending at all.
And the big thing is she just can't particularly trade with the Tyrael. She doesn't really want to try and man fight him. He did get that the smite bonus damage against heroes. So every time he hits her with it, it does like a quarter of her health or more. So she has to be really careful down there.
We do have Giants in both from both teams taken, both contesting those pretty well.
I'm kind of surprised Glorious let them get their Giants, to be honest. That's a great place for Kerrigan and Diablo to initiate. They got a lot of damage coming out. Ooh, nice pull by Supra, but the team wasn't in position to follow up there. Kind of close to the towers anyway. It's dangerous to attack with Stitches there. If you hook 2 into the tower, you might just die from good situation.
Yeah, with the Raynor knockback, and then you have the Malfurion roots, you know, if the Stitches does get the hook and that team follows up, it can be hard for even the best heroes to get away from that.
Yeah.
Nice hook there from Bims. Diablo's going to try and push his way out. Super A is falling up immediately. The sun goes on Wargreymon. He falls immediately. ZP is going to walk away. Pickles is getting fairly low. He does shield himself, and he will live for now. A nice grenade from Cthulhu Luck, just putting on a little bit of extra pressure there. Pickles is fairly low on mana. He is one that hit that well. Bottom lane still, you know, both players just kind of soaking that experience right now. 1 kills to 0. And this is kind of how, you know, we're not seeing the normal super aggro, we're causing all the initiations here from Glorious Gaming. They're waiting for the hooks and reacting like you put on earlier, because Kerrigan just has that good counter engage.
Yeah, I think it's almost entirely fear of the hooks, because we've seen Bims has been pretty smart with his Stitches. He's been sitting back by the wall, looking to try and pull someone in and isolate them if they go for the fight. And it's pretty dangerous to go into that, because if someone like Tychus or Kerrigan gets hooked, they're probably just going to die. But we've seen that Glorious has been doing a pretty good job of balancing the damage output. It's been ZP who's been the one who's getting low. Obviously, he's the one who can survive. So they've been executing that nicely. But you're right, it's a much more passive game than they generally prefer to play.
And we're also noticing something from Wildfire here that, you know, they are a little bit slower on taking the camps and rotating a bit, but they are doing the exact same things that Glorious are doing. It's just, you know, a few seconds shorter. You know, they're taking the camps at the same time. They're pushing the lanes when they have to. We do see that 3 members of Glorious do go down in the mines, though, leaving Tychus and Vala behind. Just now seeing a few people go in for Wildfire.
This is going to be really important. Like we saw last game, winning an early fight in the mines can pretty much win the game for you. And you're going to see if everyone's collapsing. Glorious already has 4 down. Tychus is looking to get down as safely as he can. So they're going to have all 5, and Wildfire is much more split up. Wildfire has to be really careful here. If they just end up feeding, that would not be good.
Pickles does get knocked down. He's going to use the phase shift back off here. Wargreymon and Bims come up from both. Right now is a 4v3. Malfurion is coming up from the top. Where is the Tyrael? He is coming in from behind now. Not the best position for him to assist his team. Wargreymon, he's going to try to heal up. The Polymorph is almost enough to secure that kill. Will he walk away, though? I don't think, though. They should be able to secure the kill. They tried to keep him alive, and another kill going to Glorious.
Yeah, that honestly could have been a whole lot worse. I think Supra was in range to get a 3-man pull and stun. I'm not sure why he didn't go for it there. Maybe it was just a little bit too far away. I thought they could get a really, really good team fight there, but still getting the Rainer, when they had already been the ones doing the mines, they already have a pretty significant lead, 40-16 in terms of skulls, and now they have pretty much complete control, and they're soaking both lanes up top. So just that one kill, enough to really swing the momentum their way. And Brightwing's actually coming down, so they are going to make sure they guarantee this. No, actually, I don't know. Vicus's wall, I might want to start thinking about rotating around. It looks like Wildfire's going to try and test it. But, well, maybe just test it, or
it is a 3v3 right now. Pickles is kind of low. Will he be able to get away? He doesn't have the phase shift. He's backing off, though. The kill on Kerrigan is confirmed. ZPS should be able to secure this kill on Pickles, though. Someone might die to Pooms and Bims, though. So there goes. We are losing the Tasserary. It's now a 2v2, but Soma, no mana. Nice peel from ZPS. This might be enough for someone to get out of there. He's teleporting away, and there he goes. Nice save from ZP.
That was really nice indeed. ZP actually body blocked the hook, which would have canceled the TP. So really nicely done by him. But, oh, Syracuse killed Rainer in the bottom left.
Yeah, and Soma teleported to Syracuse and died to Rainer, too. It was
wow.
That was an unfortunate situation now. Kills are 4-2 experience. They're both at level 9. Kafal Muck does get caught in our roots here. It is currently a 3v2 with 2 more members of Glorious about to join the fight, though, and that's why ZPS is going at his mana is pretty low. Actually, Syracuse is too low to be able to do much in this fight. Here comes Supra from the top, though. Only pulls the Malfurion, doesn't land the stun. A root goes down on Supra, slowing him down. This is a really awkward engagement. It is now a 5v4, though.
Yeah, this is so strange. Like, a couple of members of Glorious took so long to come down, and now they finally have. But now, Wildfire is actually missing a person. It took Wildfire forever to group up too. Like, this exact thing is a big part of the reason why Symbiote is still dominant right now. They would have had 5 members down there immediately. They would have killed 2 people, taken the entire mines without any contest, and then they would have gone up and just pushed. Like, that was very, very uncoordinated play from both teams. And, like, it's tempting. You think, oh, I can leave both people up in lanes, get all that experience, and get all the mines. But if the other team responds properly, and Wildfire didn't even really try and punish them that hard. They only had 3 people fighting down there for half the time. If they just had all 5 go down and punish them properly, it would have actually turned out really bad for Glorious. But as is, both teams were pretty awkward about it, and it ended up kind of even.
Both teams are level 10. Idra, can you check and see if there's any abnormal heroics here?
Just 1 second. Judgment and Sanctification are like both good options. Judgment is much more common. We actually had Putrid Bile instead of Gorge for the Stitches. That's very strange. Got Raiders, that doesn't really matter either way, and then everything else is pretty standard. That's key. I don't know. Putrid Bile can. Maybe they're just going to try and use that for Executioner, but that gives them very low uptime. It means they basically can't fight when they don't have it up. That is a small possibility.
Well, I like this decision from Glorious, sending 4 people into the mines. They're wanting to try and just confirm they get this kill on the Pickles. Pickles is going to try and delay as much as possible. There's the phase ship, but here comes the rest of Glorious. You're not getting away, Pickles, not this time. And he is going to fall. Kill 7-3 right now. Glorious is going to hit level 11. So someone did actually come down, so now all 5 are in the mines, which is going to allow Wildfire to secure this kill here, or secure the Knights, but...
Yeah, that was a pretty big commitment for a single hero kill that doesn't really lead to too much. It got them an extra 4 or 5 skulls, basically. And it cost them the Knights. It's always nice to get a kill. I'm not sure if that was really worth it, though. And they definitely didn't need the Brightwing to come in for that.
What's the skull count right now?
It is 61-39 in favor of Glorious. So a solid lead, but not insurmountable. Especially given the both teams have heroics.
Well, it looks like that Glorious is going to try and defend their top lane first instead of just going straight for the push. There are Giants for Wildfire pushing bot lane, though. Will the minions be able to clear it up? I don't think so. I guess the Golem could do it. Oh, big fight actually coming down here. Apocalypse hitting most of the team of Wildfire. Super trying to back out here. He does go down. Someone's pretty low as well. It looks like that this fight was just better engaged from Team Wildfire. ZPS might fall here. Odin's doing a lot of damage, though. I don't think it'll be enough to clean this up, and...
Yeah, that's what Odin does. Odin just kind of kills things. He's good at it.
So
they're actually gonna... Oh, they could have gone back in there. I think Glorious could have gotten at least a couple more kills.
I unfortunately missed the first few seconds of that fight. How did the initiation happen? Because it kind of seemed crazy when I loaded into it.
It was actually pretty bad for Wildfire. They kind of made a mistake. Material judgment at the Kerrigan when no one was around. Like before any initiation happened, Kerrigan still had everything off cooldown, and there wasn't anyone around to really follow up. But she did end up dying to the follow-up anyway. I'm not sure if it was really just like bad communication or bad coordination on Glorious's part, or if I missed something that Wildfire did, but it felt like Material was way too overzealous with the judgment. Okay. So they did end up killing the Kerrigan before she had any real impact on the fight. And the Odin was pretty much able to turn. I think that ended up being a 2 for 2, so it's not really too bad.
Fairly even trade for both teams. Neither Golem really doing a lot. I mean, I guess that Wildfires did do the most, and then those Giants did almost hit down both the towers bot lane, which is good for them. You know,
but yeah, it was a very, very uneventful Golem compared to the last game.
Yeah, I think most Golems are uneventful compared to that one. That was a pretty destructive SMG Golem. Now here's something, I always forget the name of this tower, the little Sentry Ward. That's what's called, right? Sentry Ward? The Malfurion
Scouting Drone.
Scouting Drone. I don't know why I said Sentry Ward. We actually have engagement here as Poon does go in. Storm hitting a lot of the members of Glory. CPS trying to corner Bims in as much of a spot as possible. Tychus doing as much as he can. There goes the judgment onto Tychus. Odin does go down. Vala getting a full strafe up. No one there to stun it. Kerrigan does get a pretty big pull. No Maelstrom is not up, and Syracuse is going to fall. No Apocalypse yet. There it is. It's just now coming off of cooldown. Malfurion does get hit by pretty hard, taking a lot of damage, and Odin is going to try his hardest to clean up here. Currently, it is 1 for 1, though. Tassadar might fall, and he does end up going down. ZP, you are so low. He is just dancing on the edge of this fight.
Yeah, I can't tell if he has souls or not. I don't know if he would come back, but he's being very, very brave there.
Well, they ended up being a 1 for 4, so great fight there for Team Glorious.
That could have been even worse, too, because Supra got a rewind off of 2 really nice pulls there. If APOC had been off cooldown, they probably just would have wiped off of that. Yeah. But as is, still, just, I don't know, the team fight just really isn't there for Wildfire compared to having the Odin, having the Vala going. Kerrigan died pretty early, but she got her combo off twice. That's really all you can ask of her in team fights early on like this. It's hard for her to stay alive, but she got the initiation that was needed. And then Diablo just hanging around, getting really low life, being as distracting as possible. It's just really hard for Wildfire to match the amount of utility and damage up that the Glorious has.
Oh, maybe is that possibly the reason why Bones took Butchered Vow, just to add a little bit more DPS to their team fight?
I don't know. I feel like that's a lost cause. I feel like their team fights are not going to win unless they're very far ahead. It's much better for them to just play defensively and look for the hooks.
Go for the picks with the
Gorge.
Yeah. Okay. Well, here we have Glorious pushing this tower. Kerrigan does go in. Does not actually pull anyone into the stun. A little bit of a misplay there from Supra. There comes the strafe. Gets interrupted. Judgment knocking him back. DPS going to slam down Pooms. Here comes the Bleak Hill from Soma trying to keep him topped up as much as he can. Pickles has used his face shield, so if Kerrigan can get the pull on him, he won't be able to live for it, but it looks like Glorious is just going to back off. They are level 15 versus level 14. If they can hit 16, that's, again, one of those levels that makes a big difference in the match.
Yeah, absolutely. The 16 is pretty big for them. They get the Executioner on Raynor. They might get Fishing Hook, although given that he's not going for Gorge, maybe he's not even going to go Fishing Hook. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure what they're thinking with the Stitches here. Like, Future Bio is okay sometimes, but Gorge would just be like an absolute way to give them a chance in this game. They really should have gone for that. Glorious is being pretty slow about getting the mines. This could kind of cost them, because mines at this point are very, very important. Although with the Outer Fortress, it's not a guaranteed feat, so maybe that's why they think it's okay to go for the camp here. But they're giving up a lot of skills really quickly.
So, I mean, Glorious hasn't really... They've been winning the team fights. I mean, it's 14 kills to 6. The last 2 they've gone in their favor. But they haven't been really pushing hard behind these pushes. What is the reason behind this? I mean, if you look at the map control, both teams still have all 4 forts.
The team fights, a lot of the time, even the one that they won handily, when they won it, like, 4 euros to 1 remaining, a lot of them were very low. So really, they just didn't feel comfortable following up with it. The death timers were still pretty low as well.
I think Pickles is fine. Yeah, you're not
gonna he's pretty dead.
Phase shift is... there goes the Archon here. APOC hitting all 4 members. Malfurion actually missing Malfurion, so Tranquility is still going. Odin has been caught.
Oh, now he's dead.
Oh, yeah. And actually, the Tranquility is doing a lot right now, keeping a lot of these members alive. Wargreymon might end up surviving here. Supra getting so low, but does not... or does end up living before the Raynor does fall, though. It is currently a 3v3... That Malfurion Tranquility did a lot more healing than I thought it would. It kept a lot of them alive a lot longer than they should have.
Oh yeah, Tranquility is absolutely fantastic, but if you have a Kerrigan in the middle of you with Maelstrom going and all of your burst is down, that's a really bad situation to be in. She absorbed so much damage with her shields there, and put out so much damage with that Maelstrom going constantly. It's just, I don't know. Tranquility kept them alive through it, but they couldn't really do anything about her. She did end up dying, but she definitely won the fight for them there. That was a really nice APOC by ZP as well. I think it caught all 4 of the members.
4 or 5.
Then it isolated Tassadar, so he did end up going down, even though he actually somehow survived the initial.
It was actually really close to the APOC hitting Malfurion. Did miss. If it would have hit him, I mean, Malfurion jumped a little bit early on that Tranquility. Could have interrupted that. That would have been bad. We'll have to see how this... Wait, no, Tranquility can't be interrupted by Stun Scan.
No.
Okay, that was a mistake by me. I was going to ask something, but I forgot it. So let's just... Pickles is here. He's using the Oracle. That is what the increased vision's coming from the Task Star. Just trying to make sure now. Okay, I don't know what I was going to ask. It does seem that Wildfire is focus firing Kerrigan. Is that should be the highest priority for their team?
Oh, absolutely. Kerrigan's this weird thing. If she gets going, if she gets her shields up, she's in the middle of a fight and she's allowed to just cast her spells, she just wins team fights for you, like, handily. But she does still have Assassin HP. If she doesn't have her shields up, she dies pretty easily. And they do have Judgment. The problem is they don't have any other hard lockdown, and Judgment has not been enough for them to just burst her down. So it's really, really hard.
There goes the Pusher Bile. Vim's going to sprint in there. Judgment does go down. They're trying to focus on the team as much as they can. Syracuse does get pulled through. He's getting tanked down. There he goes, immediately dying. Tyrell falls as well. APOC goes down, hitting all 4 leftover members of Wildfire. ZP is so low. Kafumba Odin just about to fall, and it does fall. Everyone on Glorious is pretty low here. It looks like this might be the first real team fight that Wildfire's coming out on top.
And Bim's Stitches have been absolutely... This is the second time in a row where he got Supra's Kerrigan through the middle of the team fight, and that was absolutely what won it for them there, because they pulled the Kerrigan in and they just killed her. And then from there on out, they have really nice damage between the ball and...
Wow!
Oh, wow.
Pulling up Bims, man. This guy has absurd hooks this game.
Yeah, the lack of Gorge, I think, is hurting him a lot. It's a mistake, but he's been making up for it with his hooks. That's the thing that's kept him in this. But at the same time, there is a Golem pushing bottom, along with 2 Giants, so they're going to get to keep here, I think. But they might give up their own.
Well, that is happening. Here comes the straight from Syracuse. CP does not have Apocalypse just yet. He's trying to force these guys back. The Golem's still pretty high. Here comes Super with the Kerrigan. Will he be able to kill Vims? I don't think Vim's going to get away even with Sprint. Yeah, he does end up falling. Soma does show up in time. The Golem should be able to secure this fort, and it does end up falling. But like you said, with the Golem, with the Giants, they're going to lose their fort as well. Level 19, or level 18 to level 18 levels are even. Do you think that was the right trade in that situation for Wildfire?
Yeah, they needed to do something, because they were behind. They were solidly behind, and they've ended up pretty much absolutely equal. They're going to lose a bit of shields on their palace, but that doesn't really matter. They got keep for keep. They're equal levels. They got a couple of kills out of it, and that was their first 1 team fight, which, it gives you a little bit of momentum, and they're kind of figuring out what they have to do here. I still feel like they're not coordinating particularly well about the Kerrigan, but like I said, Bims and Hooks have just kind of been saving them in that regard. It's really, really hard to hit a priority target like that through the middle of the team fight. He's done it 2 in a row, and that was absolutely what won that last one.
I'm just a bit curious, can you swap to ZPS's vision and see how many souls he has? I don't know if you can actually check souls.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, he has a 200.
Okay. Because he's got a lot of health too. He's at 7,700 health. Like, something I'm noticing is that ZP just doesn't die. Even when he's low health, he doesn't die. Diablo is so hard to finish.
Yeah, he's been balancing. He's just been, balancing how well he goes in and out of fights very, very well. He's been hanging around at super low health and just still hasn't died for the last, quite some time. Wow, he popped 55.
Yep, Super Trial, Sprint tries to go in, doesn't hit very many people, Archon is popped. Here comes the Apocalypse, hitting 4 people again. Strafe, another full Strafe. They're not prioritizing shutting that down. Soma is getting pretty low, he is going to fall. Syracuse is trying to kite away. There's a good entanglement, which could Funluck and ZPS. Archon, Pickles is going to be able to probably secure the kill on Syracuse, and he does, but Pickles might fall. Going to use the face shield and a huge heal, getting topped off by that Malfurion and the heal. ZPS going to get pulled as well, and wow, is that a first wipe of the game? Yeah, it is 1 for 5.
That was really, really... well, a lot of that kind of goes on Super. He was too far out in front, but really, really nice decision-making from Wildfire there, and good engagement. Just, they caught Super out in front. They realized that taking him out would be enough to win the team fight, so they committed a lot to him. They popped Bio. Looked like it was a little bit early to me, but then the Judgment came in, followed up, they blew her up. And even with all the damage out that they have, they can't deal with Ethereal running at you, plus the damage from the Archon and the Rainer, if they don't have Kerrigan in there for that team fight control. So, just really good prioritization. they capitalize on that opportunity, they're actually just going to straight up win on it.
Yeah, they are going to take the palace. And just to point out something, Diablo did lose 100 souls when he did die, and he lost 1,000 HP, and then whatever the translated healing per 5 is, or whatever it is. So those make a big difference. Really interesting way how, within 2 team fights, Wildfire just seemed to get their heads in the game, and, was it